Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Me, Miss Azra from Economics Department. Our course is Intermediate Macroeconomics, ECON-324. Today's lecture is our lecture number 12, and the topic of our today's lecture is supply. These are the outlines. We will go through supply, law of supply, price ceiling, price floor. What is supply? Supply is the relationship that exists between the price of a good produced and the quantity supplied in the given time period, other things remaining the same. Here is the supply curve. Quantity has been taken on x-axis, price on y-axis, as there is a relationship which is direct relationship. There is a positive relationship between price and quantity supply. So supply will be upward curve. What is supply schedule? Let's suppose price level goes on to increase from 1 to 2, 2 to 3 and 3 to 4. According to law of supply, as there will be direct relationship, there will be positive relationship between price and quantity supplied. Due to increase in price level, quantity supplied by the producer will also goes on to increase. What is law of supply? Direct relationship between the price of a good and the quantity supplied in a given time period when other things remaining the same. Reasons for law of supply. The law of supply is the result of the law of increasing cost. As the quantity of a good produced rises, the marginal opportunity cost will also increase. Sellers will only produce and sell an additional unit of a good if the price rises above the or marginal opportunity cost of producing the additional unit. Here you can see the change in supply versus change in quantity supplied. What is the difference between supply and quantity supplied? Quantity is always related to price level. According to law of supply, if price of any commodity increases, producer will also increase the quantity supply, which is visible, which is clear from that diagram. If we paste that original supply curve in that diagram, we will see that here price remains same, there is no change in price level, but due to non-price factor there is increase in supply. Our supply curve has been shifted from left to the right. Our supply, let's suppose, increased from 60 to 80 units here. Individual firm and market supply curve. Market supply curve is the horizontal summation of the supply curves of all individual firms. This is equivalent to the relationship between individual and market demand curves. What are the determinants of supply? The price of resources, technology and productivity, expectations of the producers, the number of producers, and the prices of related goods and services. Note that this involves a relationship in production, not in consumption. Price of resources. As the price of resource rises, profitability declines, leading to a reduction in the quantity supplied at any price. You can see here that due to increase in the price level of resources, as cost of production also increases, here is decline, here is reduction in the supply of goods. Technological improvements and any changes that raise the productivity of labor, lower production cost and increase profitability. Due to technological improvement, supply of any good will also increase, and due to which supply curve will shift from left to the right side. Expectations and supply. An increase in the expected future price of a good or service results in the reduction in current supply. Increase in number of sellers. You can see that here due to increase in quantity supply, due to increase in supply from 40 to 60, 60 to 80, 80 to 100, there will be also increase in the number of sellers in the market. Prices of other goods. Firms produce and sell more than one commodity. Firms respond to the relative profitability of the different items that they sell. Supply decision for a particular good is affected not only by the good's own price but also by prices of other goods and services the firm may produce. What are the international effects? Firms import raw materials and often the final product from foreign countries. The cost of these imports varies with the exchange rate. When the exchange value of a dollar increases, the domestic price of the important items will fall. Also, domestic supply of the final commodity will increase. Decrease in the exchange value of the dollar raises the price of imported goods and reduce the supply of domestic products that rely on these inputs. Here is market equilibrium. From our previous lecture, we have taken demand curve here. In that lecture, we have pasted supply curve from our previous slides. This is an equilibrium level. Here both demanders and suppliers are willing at that price, and both demanders and suppliers are willing to get, as well as suppliers are willing to supply that much quantity of goods. Price above equilibrium. Also possible that price increases after the equilibrium point. Here we can see that supply is greater than demand. You can see that if the price exceeds the equilibrium price, supply will be more than demand, due to which surplus will occur in the economy. Also possible that price level is below the equilibrium. Here is an equilibrium point at price 3. If the price goes down from 3 to 2, you can see that here demand is more than as compared to supply. And if the price is below the equilibrium, shortage occurs. Also possible that demand increases and supply remains constant. Here you can see that demand has been increased from D to D bar and supply is constant here. There is another possibility that demand falls. You can see that demand has been decreased from original to another demand curve, and here also supply is constant. There is no change in supply curve. Let's suppose demand curve is constant. There is no increase, there is no decrease in demand curve, but increase in supply curve occurs. Supply curve has been shifted from S to S dash. Also possible that supply falls. If you see that their demand curve is constant, there is no change in demand curve, but supply has been falls from S to S bar. What is price ceiling? Price ceiling legally the mandated maximum price. Its purpose is to keep price below the market equilibrium price. Examples are rent control, price controls during warm time, gas price rationing in 1970. Dear student, you can see the price ceiling here where price has been determined, price has been drawn less than equilibrium price. What is price floor? Price floor legally mandated minimum price. It is designed to maintain the price level above the equilibrium level. You can see that here price has been drawn above the equilibrium level and that price is called price floor here. Examples are agriculture price supports and minimum wage laws. Wage laws. Again price floor. Here you can see that price is above the equilibrium level here. These are the recommended books. I have taken help from these books. Dear students, you people can also take help from these recommended books. These books are recommended approved from Board of Studies. You can also take help from Google as well as other books recommended in your course contents. Thank you, dear students.